survivors. You know, I want to tell you guys a story. Um, and I hope everybody is having a great day. Um, I'm pushing through. There's some things trying to come up against me, but I'm going to knock it out, knock it on out, and I'm going to move forward. But I was thinking back to, I had a old person's moment where I just forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, um, a long time ago, when I was a nurse assistant, um, I worked in a nursing home, and I actually worked PRN. So this particular nursing home was kind of like off into the country, off, you know, a place where I probably would not go, but I did, and I went out to this place, to this home, and when I walked in, there was a to the left was bedrooms, and there was an old lady. Um, she looked Indian, probably Indian and white, or maybe she looked Indian and mixed with something. So I really don't know her um, complete nationality. Just my assumption. But she called me. She said, "Could you please come here?" And I'm like, "Okay." I hadn't even clocked in yet, so but I was like, "Sure," because I understand a lot of those folks that are in nursing homes. There's so much that goes into how they got there. Nobody wakes up and says, "I'm gonna be in a nursing home one day." But anyway, so I go over in the room and I'm smiling. I'm like, "Hi, how are you? You doing okay? How may I help you? What's going on?" And so the lady proceeds to tell me, she says, "I have the hiccups and I haven't been able to get rid of them." I'm thinking, I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Um, and she began to tell me about having the gift to get rid of those hiccups because she's had them and she couldn't get rid of them. And so I'm listening and I'm like, I'm trying to think of what my grandmother did. And I was like, "Well, did you drink some water? Did you hold your breath? All that stuff." And she says, "No." She says, "I believe you have the gift." And I'm thinking, I said, "Now I do have a sixth sense and I have the gift of knowing." And to ran down of the little things that I know that I have. And she says, "I want you to put your hand on my back." No, she said, "I want you to hit my back. And then as you're hitting my back, tell those hiccups to go away." And in my mind, I'm like, here I am, I'm a young black woman. I said, "I'm not getting ready to hit this woman." I said, "Well, sweetie, I cannot hit you. How about if I rub your back? What if I rubbed it and then I said it?" She said, "Okay." She said, "Because you got the gift." And I was like thinking to myself, I don't know how this is going to work if she don't get rid of the hiccups. But let me try. Because in my heart, it was genuinely done to remove the hiccups. The hiccups. So I rubbed her back. And as I was rubbing her back, I said, "Hiccups, you leave her. You leave her body and don't you come back. You leave." And I kept rubbing her and I said it. And I said it about 3 or 4 times. And I mean it. And I said it with force. I probably was a little bit more forceful sounding then. And so she was like, "Thank you." And I didn't think nothing of it. I said, "Okay, no problem. I'll be in here. I'll see if you're my patient, and I'll be in here and we'll get things going, okay?" And she was like, "Okay. So needless to say, I didn't have her as a client or a patient, but as I passed by, I would say, hi, how are you? And she would just look at me. She gave me a look of, how somebody looks at you like they can see something that you don't see on yourself. I've had people say, you have a aura, a light around you, or not around you, but you have a energy, a good, loving, caring energy. Okay. And so anyway, long story short, time it went by, I completely forgot. And I say it was about maybe a week because I went every weekend. I got assigned again the next weekend. So again, I'm happy Dee happy Denise. And I'm walking in and I'm just like, hey, everybody, blah, blah, blah. Here comes the joy. And so, and I was always like the joyful, but inside I was just so unhappy. But so I seen a lady and I just got excited. I did. And I went over to her and I was like, hey, how are you doing? You guys still got those hiccups? She was like, nope. She said, and they haven't came back. And I stood there puzzled, like, this woman was really, really, really serious about me doing that. So now that I done that, it just made me think of other encounters that I had. And I'll tell you guys that story too. But I've had encounters like that where I had to speak the presence of evil or of negative energy off of someone. And since I am connected, I always listen to my higher power. I take that back, not always. But when it is a nagging, and it's over and over and over, and I can't get away from that emotion, I have to carry it out because it is going to come to pass. So I have to listen. And it's really not it's not a voice, it's not a vision, which I've had, but it's nothing like that. It's like a knowing. It's like I know. Either I know what I need to do to solve it, or I know what has come up against this person and what I need to say to remove it. I actually thought everybody did that growing up, because as a child, I had that encounter, or I had some encounters as a child that I knew something in me knew that person was evil. That's an evil person. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you have had any experience like that or know anyone like that, let me know. Tell me in the comments. Let's talk about it because it is something that does happen and has happened to me. So anyway, love you guys. Remember, change your negative thoughts to positive thoughts and make good choices. You can do it. Love you.